There's a peace and stillness I've only found in the wild places of the world. My heart is filled with gratitude that we've come this far, that the horses and team have held up so well. Today is one I've been anticipating for a long time. I've spent the last few years studying maps, trying to figure out how I would reach the top of the Yellowstone. Nothing about this trip has been a disappointment. It's such a gift to enjoy places like this. But today is the day we try to reach the top. In episode 2, we worked our way up Atlantic Creek, taking in the beauty of the valley below Hawk's Rest. The weather had been incredible, and the horses, dogs, and crew were all doing well. We caught a little rain on the morning of day 3, just enough to notice, but not enough to wet the trails in such a dry year. That night, we fell asleep to the sound of wolves howling, then continued farther up the South Fork the next day. We set up Camp 3 at the base of Woodard Canyon, and it was time for Tristan and me to push further up to the South Fork. So, today, Headwaters Day. It's a big day. And, it'll be probably about a 20-mile round trip up there and back, maybe a little. So, it sounds like we're maybe a little concerned about just leaving horses and a lot of gear behind off the side of the trail. So, Landon, Brady, and Denton are going to stay back. We've got a lot of kind of expensive gear too with us, so they're going to hang back, fish, watch camp, and Tristan and I will kind of jet up to the top of the South Fork of the Yellowstone and get to the headwaters. So I think everybody's kind of earned the right at this point to do what they want to do. We've all come a lot of miles, and I think everybody kind of has an idea of what they want to do and see. So that's the plan. We'll divide and conquer today. Tristan and I, looks like we'll have about a 16-mile day. I'm going to borrow one of Brady's half drafts because my horses could probably use to rest up. So that's the plan.
This is a perfect time for a Freeman Ranch quarter horse advertisement. I'll be riding my 4-year-old. He's long and strong and ready to get the friction on.
Wait, you got to say get yours today.
They know.
The legendary Tristan Baroni.
We're going that way.
Is going to accompany me to the top of the South Fork of the Yellowstone. I'm resting my little ponies because they don't have the gas of the old Brady's half draft. So, the man behind the camera is letting me take this big boy. And Freeman Ranch Quarter Horses is funding the other party.
Yes, sir.
Go blue. I better grab my map, huh? I think it's in my tent. It felt good to get the horses moving through the trees at a good pace. Breezing through the woods on horseback puts a person in a sort of flow state. It felt good to not have a pack horse in tow for a few miles. That's what we came for. Headwaters of the Yellowstone River. The terrain on this last pole had clearly not seen horse traffic. As we battled down timber and followed game trails, at times the terrain became very difficult, with washouts and down timber, but these good horses proved themselves. Come here, Todd. Get out of the way. Come here.
Do you think we should blast down this?
Oh boy. Well, here we are. We've reached it.
We came until we could come no further.
There are many a tributary into the Yellowstone. This is but one to the South Fork, but we've gotten to the point where it's about coming out of the rocks and you can jump across it. While Tristan and I chased the river, Landon and the boys found fresh bear tracks just below camp. These truly wild animals are like ghosts. This bear had been right under our noses.
They say you can draw a straight line, and I think the grizz will be more in a straight line where you'll cut the little toe off on the black bear, if I remember right.
Denton caught up on some shut-eye. Brady got a line in the water, and Landon, ever vigilant about the stock, kept watch over our herd. We made it. Harry, we've reached the top.
We have. That's some high quality H2O!
Oh man,
How's it taste?
water doesn't get better than that.
It doesn't.
Oh, I'm gonna have one more.
I feel like my horse, I got my whole nose in there. That ought to heal that shoulder up.
Yeah, that'll heal your shoulder. Some amazing country.
I wonder if there's any gold up in this country.
I'm sure there is.
Yeah, they're delicious.
What are these things called?
Immortal berries is what I know them by.
Is the darker
First-
the better?
No, the little red ones are good too. But you can see these were full, and these bears ate all this. This is the first patch we found that still has some berries and leaves on it. Did you try one?
Yeah, it's good.
They're super sweet. Make a really good jam too. And they're so small, you kind of, what I used to do when I was packing, and they were real thick, is I'd pull like 5 or 6 bushes and take them with me on my horse.
Oh yeah. These things are good. If I get the squirts,
No, you
it's on you.
Glad to see your dog. He was the one I was most worried about.
We all made it.
Seeing the end to a goal you set several years ago is a bit surreal. I'm grateful to have made this trip with such a good crew. After reaching the top of the South Fork and getting back to camp, we just sat around and relaxed, spending most of the time sharing stories and thoughts about good horses, and what an honor it is to enjoy these good animals.
Well, today was pretty much a split day for half the crew. 3 of us stayed home and did a little fishing and kind of watched the stock that we felt like needed some time to recover. And then Riley and Tristan headed a little bit east and went up to the head of the Yellowstone River and took some water out. That Riley's dream to do that. So it was good for us to kind of be able to divide and conquer a little bit that way.
Today, Riley and I, we went up to the headwaters of the Yellowstone, which was pretty cool. It was really brushy. We went up past a couple other camps. One of them kind of looked like a commune. There was a lot of stuff there, not much grass. But then after we got past that, it started to get real narrow. The cliff walls started to come in. There was lots of big caves. Water was really, really pretty and actually pretty deep in some spots. But once we started to get past that, there's a lot of deadfall and the ground was real spongy. So we bushwhacked through that and couldn't really follow a main trail. So we just kind of went as far as we could up to the headwaters. And then we tied up and walked a little ways and drank from a waterfall in the headwaters and jumped across it. So all in all, it was a really nice day. We got to go cruise around and come back to camp a little early, did a little visiting. And since we didn't move camp today, it was not so labor intensive and we had a little time to visit. Every other day, we've been packing up and moving and exploring and kind of getting everybody broken on the pack stream. So today was really kind of a nice chill day for all of us, even though we went for a little trot. Tomorrow, we'll see. They say it's pretty steep. So we're all kind of wondering what we're going to run into and what we're going to have for grass up on top. So you'll see a little bit of that tomorrow, I'm sure. Brady will get some cool shots going up the mountain and we'll give you a recap then.
Give you a little tour of my crew that I brought with me. We've got the first one here, and that's Ranger Rick, as we've been calling him. He lines everybody out. He's fairly new to my string, but he just has been a plug-and-play type animal. He's got the kind of disposition that we're looking for in a mountain horse. He's big boned, but he's got a calm demeanor about him. He just takes everything in stride. The next one behind him is my little halflinger. My wife actually named her before we knew what she was all about. She called her Sweet Pea, which is kind of an oxymoron for what she really is. She's gotten better with time, but she's a real stingy. Noise really bothers her, but over the years, I've ridden her and packed her. I've had her for about 12 years now, and she's settled down. She's tough as nails. I can ride her day in, day out, so I knew if I brought a horse, she would be one that I could count on to make all the miles we were making this week. Behind her, I've got a little blue roan 3-year-old filly that I've yet to find the bottom on her. She is tough. I wanted to get her some exposure. We've been packing her fairly light. So it's more of just getting her experience to the trail. But as a yearling, I trained her to drive behind my sleigh because I feed with a team in a sleigh in the winter, and she's just fit right in. The next one is my big bay mare in the back. She's a 6-year-old that I raised from a weanling, and she's coming along good, got a good disposition, really quiet demeanor. The thing I wanted to do with her this trip was to build her confidence and let her know she could do more than what she thinks she can. I've run into that with her, especially as a young horse. She would kind of give out on me. And those big horses, they say, take time to develop mentally and get that mental strength to continue to persevere when it gets hard. So tomorrow is going to be her big test as we climb up out of Woodard Canyon and get up on top. I've done it multiple times with her before I brought her to make sure, but it's just kind of building on that confidence for her. So each horse I brought was kind of by design. We had about 70 head to choose from, and so I just kind of picked and choose the ones I wanted to bring.
So Tristan and I are in labor right now with the man cold. Woke up about 1 o'clock last night. Junk in our lungs, aches, but fortunately Brady brought another present along, which was Sudafed, and it's saving us. So that's starting to kick in. Sun's coming out. It's really hard to walk about 20 feet right now, but fortunately the ponies will carry us up. We got a big pole today, about a 2,500 foot climb over Woodard Canyon. We're going to try to make it a big day, go a long way. So Saturday we only have a few miles to come out so that we don't get out of here too late and get home to our families. So I made a strong batch of coffee and some Sudafed, and I think the world's looking brighter, isn't it, Tristan?
It's looking brighter. It's looking brighter.
All right, here we go. Loading up. Second to last day. Strings are tied. Tristan's mounted. And we're leaving our 5-star campsite. See how this climb goes today. We are going up Woodard Canyon. 2,500 foot climb over about 2.5 miles is what we're seeing on our OnX maps. So we'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm excited to get peeked over the top and see that view. Feel like I'm on top of the world and take it all in. That fresh air and the snow drifts and above the tree line. Excited to get up there.
Is he excited for it?
He's gonna have to be.
Horses are well rested, ready to rock and roll. Humming today. All right, this is the beginning ascent up Woodard Canyon behind Denton, the halflinger, and the little bay roan quarter horse, blue roan quarter horse. So I didn't do a good job catching this yesterday when Tristan and I went up to the Headwaters, but there's so much deadfall up here. Old trees, big thick ones. Sometimes you got to get a little creative getting up in here, and these side hills are steep, but absolutely beautiful. Look at how old that tree is. It's a big one. Oh yeah. Another example of massive down timber and trailblazing. So much of that up here. Big jump. Yes, sir. Fog.
Horses no like the bog.
That's where we're headed. Top of Woodard.
Based on the elevation gains we saw on the maps, we expected Woodard Canyon to be a much tougher climb than it turned out to be. Instead, it was one of the most beautiful climbs I can remember. Even late in the season, during a dry year, the grass was still green, wildflowers were in bloom, and waterfalls spilled into the valley. We almost wished we had camped here. The grass was far better than what we had found in the lower camp at the base of Woodard.
Autopilot is not perfect.
As we summited Woodard Canyon and sat upon the Great Divide, we were filled with wonder and gratitude to experience such a thing. Unlike the fast-paced day-to-day, mountain views like this remain largely unaltered by time. As we descended from the Great Divide, a small creek emerged, one of the tributaries of the Snake River. The Snake stretches over 1,000 miles and is the largest tributary of the mighty Columbia River, which eventually reaches the Pacific Ocean. Tristan and I washed down our second dose of pseudoephedrine with that water, as pure and fresh as any I've ever tasted. After a long 26-mile day, feeling sick and running a fever, I was surprised to find my sweet wife and daughters waiting for me at the end of the trail. Seeing my family after such a long day was truly heaven on earth. The sickness seemed to fade away as I held those girls I had missed so much over the past week. My wife had brought cold drinks and snacks for all of us, and the refreshment couldn't have come at a better time. I had high expectations going into this trip, and somehow this grand adventure exceeded them all. The horses were nearly perfect, the dogs held up, we met new friends along the way, the weather treated us well, and aside from battling sickness on a long final day, we couldn't have asked for more. We are incredibly fortunate to live near so much public land. These places must remain protected so they can be enjoyed by everyone. And I hope that someday in the not too distant future, I'll be able to bring my daughters, and hopefully their children someday, to drink from the sacred headwaters of the Yellowstone River.
Every now and then I catch a glimpse of where I've been, but I tried it all just to lie next to you again. But when that engine roars, well, it's calling me back on board, so I close my eyes and dream of you. That's all I need. Trains may come rolling and take me where they may, but if it's your hand I'm holding, I'll make it through the day. Won't you say the same to me? Oh, worry not, my dear. Horses are faster, so I can disappear. Through the foggy glass, I've seen faces from my past, friends I wish I never lost, and love that could never last. I guess I sit on down and pour another shot of Crown.